Hey, happy Friday to you. It is April 29th, time for this week's Friday Funnies, and let me start out by saying greetings from jolly old England. I'm over here on assignment to cover the royal wedding for the Friday Funnies, and right now, right behind me, you can see Westminster Abbey. Let me get out of the way there. See? That Westminster Abbey, that's where the couple said their vows earlier today, and right about now, everybody has pretty much left. They all went over to Buckingham Palace for the reception. So today is a big day for Prince William and Kate Middleton, because earlier today they bonded closer than Brad and Angelina, and henceforth they're going to be known, Prince William and Kate Middleton will be known as Princeton. Anyhow, William and Kate have tied the knot. They're ready for a lavish honeymoon, and that will be followed by pretty much sitting around until the old people die off and they can be king and queen. Meanwhile, big news on this side of the pond. The White House released this week Barack Obama's real birth certificate, and Donald Trump is claiming all the credit for bringing this about. Now, the president said that since he has shown his birth certificate, he would now like to see Donald Trump's hairline. Well, we got nothing to hide in this week's Friday Funnies, but the people we talk about sure do. So here are some of this week's oddities. Well, if you couldn't get a ticket to the big wedding, you could still be entertained here at the Kent County Showground outside of London. And you could watch a man being shot out of a cannon at Scott May's Daredevil stunt show. The human cannonball, who went only by the name of Matt, was loaded into the cannon at a recent show and aimed toward a safety net 50 feet away. 50 feet over there, I believe, is like about 9.3 kiloliters, something like that. Unfortunately, the safety net collapsed before he got there. He hit the ground and died. And that's very sad. This is a shame. It's a shame because a man named Matt didn't land on one. And it's also a shame because, as the Daredevil stunt show president said, "We'll miss Matt. It'll be hard to find another man of his caliber." From here, let's make a short trip over to Germany while I hoof my way over to Buckingham Palace just to see what's going on there. Buckingham Palace behind me. They won't let me in the gate, so I guess I'll just kind of hang out here for a while. But our next story comes to us from Germany. In Berlin, Germany, police were called to an apartment by the downstairs neighbor who complained about too much noise coming from the flat overhead. The neighbor said that it sounded like somebody was drilling, had an electric drill on the floor. So police went up there, they knocked on the door, nobody answered, so they kicked in the door, and that is when they found the source of the noise. Somehow the occupant's personal vibrator fell on the wood floor and switched itself on. From there, it just kind of danced around like a runaway vibrator, I guess. Now, the 23-year-old woman who occupies the apartment now has two problems. Number one, she is being held responsible to pay for repair to the door that the police kicked in to find out what the noise was. And secondly, she's got to face her neighbors every day who look at her and smile and say, "Hey, what's shaking?" You know, on the bright side, she has signed an endorsement deal with the Energizer Bunny. In our other story from Germany, the Muslim population there is outraged that one of their own is featured in a pictorial in the German version of Playboy magazine. That's right, Sila Sahin is a Muslim woman who was raised in Germany by conservative Turkish parents. And she's saying she got naked for the 12-page feature because she wanted to protest, even this story's making me nervous. She wanted to protest the oppressive treatment of Muslim women. I say, good for her. You know, if there was more nakedness in the world, there'd be less trouble. She's also opening her own clothing line to promote this, and it features the peekaboo burqa. All right, looks like nothing much happening at the palace. So as I head to my next location, I want you to head to Florida for an animal story. Hey, I'm here in front of the hotel where my cab driver told me that Will and Kate will be spending their first night. So I'm just going to kind of camp out here in the parking lot and wait for him to show. But our story that I was going to tell you about took place in Florida, where a woman walked into her bathroom at night only to find out that it was already occupied by an alligator. 6-foot reptile apparently wandered into this woman's home through the doggy door. I'm guess he was looking for the doggy. But instead of finding any food, he went to where the water was and wound up in the bathroom. Now this woman gets up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. She sees this alligator, freaks out, quickly slams the door, locks it in there, calls the authorities. They come and they get the alligator out of her loo and do whatever they do to it. And the woman told the authorities, she goes, yeah, I just went in there at night to get some medicine for my constipation. But when I saw the alligator, I didn't need it anymore. So there you have it. And there you have this. That's it for over here in London, England. I'll be back home next week with more funny. So cheerio to you, or whatever your favorite breakfast cereal is. Ta-ta for now.